Guys, welcome to the Want the Ball channel. Thank you for being here and watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so that you get content notifications. Today's video is all about the attacking header. Okay guys, so I'm not going to dwell too much about how we head the ball, because if you check out my video on the defensive header, it goes through the principles of how to head the ball properly. So make sure you check that one out before you watch this video. But this video is all about how we convert chances into goals with our head. So we're going to look at the different types of attacking header and how we do it. Let's go. To start this video, we're actually going to talk about what's behind me, the goal. Now, like when you're shooting and finishing at goal, you want to put the ball where it's difficult for the goalkeeper to reach. So generally mid-height is not that great, because obviously as a goalkeeper I can move my arms and it's a bit easier for me to get there. We say bottom corners are most difficult for goalkeepers because they've obviously got to get down low, and also top corners. But I would probably go to bottom corners would be the best place to be putting balls if you want to finish, because it's harder for the goalkeeper to get down. However, like I say, when it comes to heading, if you can actually get your head on it, and then if you can guide the ball onto goal to force the keeper to make the save, you're doing very well. So let's look at our first heading scenario, which is the near post header. When you find yourself connecting with the ball at the near post, you're generally trying to just glance the ball, what we say glance the ball, take the pace of the cross and just flick the ball onto the target. Because you have to imagine the goal will generally a lot of the time be behind your shoulder. So you're trying to just flick the ball behind you onto the target, if that makes sense. If the ball was coming from this way and the goal was behind me slightly, as I get up to meet the ball, I'm just going to try and flick my head towards the ball and just make the contact of the ball on my head guide the ball with the pace of the cross onto the goal. So that's what I'm going to show you guys now. Okay, so that example there, I probably got too much contact on the ball, because as you saw, rather than flick it, I actually got a lot of my forehead on it, and the ball actually went higher than I would have liked. That's the one. Okay, so as you saw there, I got to the ball and I flicked it back behind me into the bottom corner of the goal. Now, near post headers are difficult because you've got to remember you've got a marker with you as well. So you're having to get to the ball first. They're putting you under pressure. You're having to get your head to the ball. There's so many different things you've got to get right. Like I say, if you can actually get the ball onto the target with your head, you've done very well. Okay, the next header we're going to look at now is if the ball was getting put towards the back post area. So you're coming onto the ball with the goal more in front of you. Now we're looking at if you might be situated more towards the back of the penalty area as the cross is coming in, then you're coming onto the ball a bit straighter and you're going to use a lot more of your forehead because you're going to be facing the ball straighter, and the goal will probably be more in front of you. I'm running towards the goal, the cross is coming in, everything's in front of me now, completely different concept. So what we're looking to do is watch the ball all the way onto our head, as we discussed in my previous video on heading, okay? And now we've got a bit more flexibility in terms of where we're going to guide the ball, what kinds of area of the goal we're actually going to try and put the ball. So like I said earlier, you're trying to put the ball low and hard, but now you might want to look at the near post, the left side of the goalkeeper, or the right side. So if I'm going to go for the left part of the goal, I'm going to put more of my head through the ball. If I'm going to go for the right part of the goal, I'm maybe going to put a bit more of the side of my head to flick the ball a bit more at an angle. Okay, so that header there, obviously, is pretty straightforward. I can see the ball, I'm running onto it. It probably wasn't placed as well as I would have liked. It was maybe a bit too close to the middle of the goal. So let's do a couple more. Yep. Okay, so as you saw there, we're watching the ball, arms are out, and as we come through the ball, we're putting our forehead through it, and we're trying to put it towards the corner, lower and harder, okay? So that might be an example of the ball crossing in and you're approaching the ball straight. Okay, so middle of the penalty area, I'm going to get up, I'm going to try and guide the ball down based on those concepts that we just went through. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's try again. So I've got a marker with me, marker's marking me. Me and him are going to compete to get up, to get our heads to the ball first. Okay, that was better, because I guided it down lower and it went right in the corner of the goal. So it would have been difficult for the keeper to get across to that ball. Now, the diving header is all about your mentality, okay? So if you ever coach kids to perform this skill, a lot of them do not, or any player to be fair, not even kids, any player of any age, they don't commit. So if the ball is low and it's further ahead of you, so you might not be able to stretch to get there with your foot, that might be a good example for you to thrust your body and almost do a Superman, bring your arms back and throw your body towards the ball low and try and get your head on the ball. You have to be very brave to do this, okay, especially in a game situation, because a lot of the time there'll be defenders around the penalty area trying to smash the ball out, opportunity for you to get kicked in the head, all sorts of things going on, okay? So diving headers, you have to have the mentality to do it. You have to be a competitor, a warrior. You have to be brave, yeah? You've got to put your head where it might hurt. I've taken the jacket off. There is the potential to get muddy here. When people dive and head the ball, they're just hungry to get there first. So like I said earlier, it might be that it's a few yards ahead of them and they just think, you know what, by me flying myself at the ball, like I've been shot out of a cannon, I'm just going to get to the ball first. And you would normally see this a lot at the near post, the forward getting across their marker, getting to the front post first and diving maybe to glance the ball onto the goal. You might see it whereby a cross is coming in and you're towards the back end of the penalty area and it's just, the cross is just dipping. So, you know, you've maybe only got that option to dive in and get your head on the ball. So we're going to show a few demonstrations now so I can break it down in slow motion and go through the technique as well. I wasn't 100% committed there. I felt my right arm was slightly tucked in, which you'll see on the other angle. So let's do a couple more. Diving header. Maybe not the best demonstration of it, but the general principles are get your head to the ball. Right guys, thank you for watching that video today on the attacking header. Different scenarios of when you would use your head to try and score in the penalty area. Was never a strong area of my game, never particularly fancied heading the ball, if I'm honest with you. I did it if I had to, and I think that is the crucial thing for you guys watching that are trying to improve your game, is there will be scenarios, there will be moments when you're going to have to head the ball. So what this video was about today was trying to show you the different scenarios, one, so you can recognize if you're in that moment on the pitch, and two, how you execute the attacking header. So guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be carrying on with more content of how-to techniques going forwards. If there's anything you want me to cover, please let me know. Thanks guys, I hope you're all keeping well. I'll see you soon for another video. Terrible. Keep hitting the crossbar, something's going on today. I would have had a face full of mud there. You're trying to kill me here. I'm not sure I'm quite prepared to do that for YouTube.